Givi, I want to start with you with a really basic question. Obviously, this conference happened last year. It didn't happen before that because of the pandemic. We've been through so much geopolitics, economics, financial, lots of nations facing a recession, the war in Europe. Where does all of that leave this discussion? And how are you feeling about the global situation?
Daisy, thank you for having us here, and it's great to speak to the audience here. Let's look at the last 10 years, right? So technology, at least that's what we do as Sequoia. We invest in technology companies. We are coming off a 10-year bull market, up until 2021. So you had, plenty of availability of capital. So capital was really cheap. So people were investing in growth at any cost. So you started seeing companies grow, but also do so with not very solid economics. And then you come into 2022 with the war and with the kind of environment change and the mood change, you're looking at a completely different environment where people are really saying, hey, this growth at any cost cannot be the way forward. And by the way, here, Mr. Startup, why don't you kind of start making some money and extending your runway and so on. So the conversation has completely changed, right? And people were also giving these lofty valuations because it was almost like you were paying ahead for growth. Now that growth is being questioned because capital is not cheap anymore to invest in the growth. So very different environment. The mood is quite sober, and the conversation has moved from growth to profitability. So clearly a very different environment, and founders have to accept that in this environment they have to just build businesses differently.
Yeah. Tilly, if I could bring you in on this, would you agree with GB that there is a somber mood, but perhaps we don't all need to follow that mood music?
Yes, I would say that at least in the Silicon Valley, where SVB Capital has been actively playing a role in investments, the mood became somber in 2022, early 2022, around January, February timeframe, as the Fed was raising the interest rates to combat inflation. And now what we're seeing is the Fed starting to decrease a bit the raising of interest rates, as it looks like inflation is slowly coming into check. I would say that has created, at least in early 2023, some optimism. We've seen the markets go up over the course of January. And so I think we will all be cautiously approaching 2023, looking to see, have we gotten inflation in check? Will interest rates slowly start to at least stabilize? And that will, I believe, infuse the ecosystem with more optimism, as well as the investor community. So I think we're cautiously saying, let's look at 2023 and see where it goes.